Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another weekly KPC Live, a chill live stream. And in today's live stream, I have a very important announcement only for toppings, not just the casual viewers, only exclusively for toppings, which I will reveal in a few moments. So please don't leave. If you want to hear the tea, it is, I assure you, pretty good tea. So if you want to hear what the tea is, it's actually good for you as well. So don't leave the stream until then. But in the meantime, I would appreciate any likes or comments on wherever you're watching from, what time it is over there. And the first comment we have is from Polterghosty. And what's Aaron? Hello. Hello, everybody. Okay, so it is 3 a.m. here in Seoul, South Korea. It's technically a Monday now, but it was Sunday 3 hours before. Nicole is here. Hello, hello. And I received your PayPal for the birthday. Thank you so much. You did not have to apologize for the amount or whatsoever. I really appreciated all of your guys' support. Yeah, probably everyone watching right now has sent me their congrats and celebrations, so thank you so much. Hello from Canada. Hello from Florida. Nashville, Tennessee, is that? US, Jessica, hello. Netherlands, UK, wow, Charlotte, Yosu. Actually, I'm going to Yosu on the 10th. I don't know if you live there or not, but if you want to meet up, if I have time, let me know. If you're an introvert, that's fine. Navneet, hello. Mind Spasm from Wisconsin. Florida, Lynn. Daniel from Romania. San Diego, 11 a.m. Elise, Cape Town. Wow, South Africa, 2007. Glad you received it. Yes. Thank you so much. Amira from Atlanta, Georgia. Nova, hello everyone in the chat. Yes, welcome toppings. Ottawa, Canada. Yes, I used to live there for 3 years. Delhi, India. Slab, Illinois, USA. San Antonio, Texas. Stacy. Haley from the UK, 7 p.m. New York, 7 p.m. Europeans here. Yes, hands up, Europeans. Okay. Well, we have already 84 people. I am so happy that this small little community of ours, it seems like it's growing. From the beginning, when I first started solo live streams, I recall it was only like max 200 when I was in my like solo studio, you remember, in Hongdae. That's when I just started, but if you just think about it, it's pretty wild because now in average, there's mostly like over 200, at least over 200 such, and then if the topic is like kind of juicy, it goes over to like 400, maybe even 500. So yeah, we've grown a lot. We've come a long way, and I feel like we just know each other through the chat now. So already 100 people watching. Please smash that like button before we go on. Let's try to reach 100 likes. Yes, Dubai, UAE, 10:09 p.m. Hello from Germany, Spain. Hello. That's because we love your content. Thank you so much. And as always, this has become a staple too. It's my lightsaber. No, it's my happa. I got 2 from the convenience store before the stream because I was hungry. It's 3 a.m. in the morning, but whatever. It's like a sausage bar. This one in particular has like pear taste on it, like pear paste. So as I said in the beginning, it's going to be a chill live stream. We're just going to talk today. You can ask questions, but in the middle of the stream, I have an important announcement only for those of you who choose to watch to that point or rewatch. I just want to test your dedication because I have something good for you guys. if you stick around, I promise you'll get something in reward. So, hello from Los Angeles. I did an exclusive Patreon K-pop reaction, and there was this group called Young Posse. Never heard of them. I think they're a rookie group probably, but they did a song called what was it? Ate That, I think. And I don't really remember the song itself, but the music video, it's definitely GTA. It is GTA referenced and inspired. The music itself was GTA inspired too. And you know how GTA sets place in Los Angeles. And it was very funny. So if you have time, go check it out. Thank you, Amaric. I'm having late dinner, but you make me crave for your sausage. I'll stick around for the whole thing. Hello, great. You'll be visiting Seoul in April. Can you order my Airbnb from Pirosa? Of course. Of course. One tip, though, would be make sure you have some buffer time. Because even if it's domestic shipping, it might take up to like max 2 to 3 days. So I would advise you land here and immediately order. I'm assuming that you want to save like the shipping cost, right? So as soon as you land here, order it, and then it's going to be within 2 or 3 days. Do not order it if it's Friday, because during the weekend, Jin's also very busy too. So you saw that video? Bon appetit. Thank you. Did you go clubbing last week? Why? Did you see me somewhere? Did you see me? Literally, I'm asking. Because recently I've been getting a lot of like attention on the streets by a lot of people. So the day before, I was doing a street interview during the week, and I was in Hongdae, specifically the Yeonnam Park area, and I got noticed by like 2 groups of people, one individual, and that one individual actually reached out to me and said, oh, he really enjoys my content. He used to watch it from the DKDK days, and we inspired him to listen to this specific artist called Yujeha. Now he's so hooked into him, and I really appreciated that. So I took a selfie with him. I don't know why you didn't, if you're watching, why you didn't post it on Instagram so I could repost it on my story as well. But whenever you encounter me in Seoul or wherever, feel free to ask for a selfie. Don't be shy. And if you tag me on Instagram, I'll repost it for you. Oh, you have guests over. Wish you could stay through the end of... You can rewatch it. There's no rush. I assure you, there's no rush. You can watch it again, and the announcement's still going to be there. And you can take advantage of that, so... Yeah. No worries. 140 people watching so far. Please press that like button. Abel, I can see your comments, yes. Chile, wow. I'm done with my sausage. Okie dokie. So I think I'll put out the announcement at the 30-minute mark. So yeah, I'm not gonna make this live too long because it's 3 a.m. in the morning and it's the start of a Monday, and I have a lot of work to do on Monday as well. So I just want to go home by at least 4:30 so I can get like a good 6 hours sleep. Maybe wake up at 11. Hopefully I can go to the gym. But even after this, I have to send a newsletter too for Piroso. If you haven't subscribed for our newsletters, make sure you do. Oh, and in Korea, you might have noticed me doing this a lot, but I don't know if it's only in Korea, but like we have this environmental law that you have to take off the labels for all plastic bottles before you dispose them, or else you'll get fined or something, because these labels make it impossible for the bottles to get recycled automatically, so the workers manually have to take them off anyways, or they're just like sent to a landfill. So yeah, because of that we have like easy rip off, you know, kind of mechanisms for certain plastic bottles and such. Not this one, but they have like a peel off here kind of sign. But for other ones we have like a rip tear off kind of thing. No. Thank you for watching. Yeah, maybe they should make it biodegradable, but I don't know if that would be feasible, because like these things need to be transported too, and then if rain or something hits it, you know, it might smudge the label and such. But I've seen a lot of brands coming out with just like clear bottles now with just the logo on the top of the bottle and such, but still, yeah. I mean, they don't really check that much, but in the case of apartments or like complexes, we have our own recycling site, right? So when you collectively like gather all your garbage and your plastic bottles, like because we recycle, we have like multiple bags to carry down, right? And then when you pour them in like the plastic bottles place, usually there's like a surveillance camera or the management, or the what do you call it, security. We call them 경비 아저씨. 경비 아저씨 comes and inspects whether we've done proper recycling or not, and then they go through the footage, and then they like put up a notice or put up report them and get them a fine or something like that. And it was crazy when I don't think Korea is alone on this, because it was crazy when I was in Japan. My friend lived in like one of these small apartments too, which had like a security and maintenance officer. And because he was a foreigner, he just started living there for a month, and he didn't know the rules, so he just disposed everything in one bag. And then they actually rewinded the CCTV and then gathered that bag back and put it right in front of his door again. So yeah. The issue is the sorting machines. Yes, I've heard about that too. Like I've watched a handful of documentaries about the issue on why like these can't have. So apparently plastic bottles can't have labels. Also other forms of plastic, like delivery cartridges and stuff, if they have like sauce or like sticky substances on it, that can't be recycled as well, like oil or something like that. So my mom always taught me, when we get those like lunch boxes or whatever form of plastic, after you eat, usually Korean food has a lot of sauce and spicy ingredients, so it always just like there's residue on the package. So we usually have to put like dishwasher inside and then cover it up with like, I don't know, like some kind of foil or something, like plastic foil, and then just like shake it rigorously, and then if you just dump it out, then the substances will wash out. But I don't know if that's actually environmentally friendly, because at the end you're using more dishwash just to clean that. I don't know. Well, yeah. Is there still going to be a duo stream? Yes. Tuesday is tomorrow. That's crazy. So maybe it might have to be a back-to-back stream. But if Anna is down for tomorrow, yeah, we'll do a stream. Maybe I should just do these streams regularly on Tuesday and Saturday. Yeah, for some reason during the weekdays I just get too caught up with work and busy, so I really just can't find the time and just like heart luxury to do these streams on another weekday. Tuesdays are always booked with Anna, right? Regularly at 10 a.m. KST. But then my solo live streams usually fluctuate between Saturday and Sunday, usually during the past midnight time, because that's when I'm just done with all my work, and then it's just before I go to sleep, so it's perfect timing. Yeah. In America, it's a holiday tomorrow, Labor Day. Wow, that's good for you. We have our own Labor Day. I don't think it's September 3rd. Yeah. What do you think of the Netflix show, The Influencer? I thought it was a interesting show. I lost interest a lot though after the first 3 or 2 episodes. Yeah. Yes, I talked about Anna with the comments. What did she say? Let me see in the Kakao Talk. She sent me a birthday present. She sent me some vitamins, I think. Can't keep track of all these presents. Yeah, she's like, oh my god, sorry I'm late, but happy birthday. It sent me... What is this? What is this even? Oh my god, I'm exposed. I didn't check. I think it... Oh, it's perfume. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Anna. I thought yours was a vitamin. Like, there's a lot of multiple packages arriving at my house right now. I don't know who it's sent from. I have to like retrace who sent it. So I'm just like piling them all up. But Anna sent me Maison Margiela perfume. And she was basically out all night, as I assumed. I know her too well. Like, at this point, I don't even need to like ask her what she's up to. And she asked me if you want to go out for Sugin's birthday and stuff. And I don't think that happened. Well, I was in Daegu anyways for a business trip, so I couldn't have attended that. And then she said like, yeah, she addressed the negative comments, and yeah, she didn't really say anything about it. I didn't either. I was like, okay. I was like, thanks. Okay, see you on Tuesday. Yeah, that's our relationship. We're just like, whatever. Are you looking forward to autumn? Yes, I am. I've noticed that the autumn breeze has finally hit us. It's starting to hit us now. And the heat is slowly going down. And during the nights, now it's a little bit more cool. So I really like it. My favorite season would be fall, autumn. But the thing is, like, I don't know why. There is this habitual sentiment among Koreans, I would say, where they tie autumn and fall to relationships, romantic relationships, and it's usually perceived as the season where you get lonely if you're not in a relationship. And it also has that cultural tie where Christmas is like a couple's event here, so you only have like a 3-month window until Christmas. So it's like they're like, oh, I should better get searching for a partner, or else I'll be spending Christmas alone. So that's like a widespread sentiment. And just the breeze, like the leaves falling, and you know, the nice weather, everybody's just out and about. like going to Seongsu or Han River or wherever, and the couple culture is just like huge here. So everybody just gets very lonely, and that sentiment just like travels through, and everybody's like, I need to date, I need to date, and this is the season when all the sogetings, the blind dates peak, and everybody just goes to like these pubs and bars looking for their other significant other and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of affecting me too, because I'm single, and yeah, I'm excited for the live. You're my favorite duo. That's nice of her. Yes. Oh, you see fall as the new beginnings, the real new year, probably because of school new year. Ah, people in school or semesters might think like that. First live stream I get to catch from the Netherlands. Hello. Oh, you like wearing jackets. Well, in terms of fashion, I say I would like spring, because fall, it's similar to spring, but it's sort of has more of a cold feeling to it. So you definitely need jackets, but I do not prefer, like, jackets are normally kind of heavy sometimes. So spring weather allows you to have cardigans on, and my favorites are cardigans. So, or just sweaters, like, you know, just a single sweater. Yeah. But fall, sometimes, like, you have to pack extra, because in nighttime, when you're out like at 2 p.m., let's say, and then you stay the whole day outside, and then you have to return home by like 10 p.m. By 10 p.m. it gets very chilly, so yeah, you don't know how to prepare. Sometimes you even need like mufflers and stuff. When it nears winter, of course. But then for spring to summer, it's the opposite, because it's cool in the afternoon. It's cool, but then when it nears summer, you don't have to like put extra stuff on and prepare other stuff. You just have to take them off. So like cardigan, just off, and then shirt. But for fall, it's like shirt, but then cardigan on, and then maybe like a muffler on, or maybe like an extra jacket or such. Windrunner. Yeah. First time to watch you live finally. Hello, Roxanne. I'm not in school. I'm a bit older than you, David. Well, I guess you're a lecturer or a professor or school staff, or I don't know. Just because you mentioned school new year. Yeah, or maybe that's just still in your system. Did you hear that GD Taesung got together for Taesung's concert? Yes, I've seen all the footages so far, and man, GD still has it. I mean, he's not the king for no reason. Like, that Good Boy performance was, wow, that was peak. That was great. It was great to see him in action again, and then Taesung was on the stage too. So it's the Big Bang 완전체. 완전체 means like full Big Bang. Unfortunately, TOP cut all ties with Big Bang and any kind of association with it. And then there's Seungmi, who's bleh. I'm coming to Seoul during fall. Hopefully I get lucky to see you. Well, yeah, hit me up if you can. If you're lucky. Yeah, our paths might cross. But you're coming in a very, very nice season. Fall is the best. Well, for tourists, I would maybe argue that spring might be better, because they're the cherry blossoms, but that's only like a 1 week window max. During fall, it's okay too, because like you can see the foliage and like everything. You're probably gonna get hit by the if you're single, the loneliness virus. Windrunner, is that a windbreaker? Yes, I think there are multiple terms. Yeah, who uses wind? Who? Anybody in the chat uses the word windrunner because I've used it a lot too. I've used it, yeah. Windrunner versus windbreaker. Which do you prefer? Looking forward to some new music. Yes, GD is going to deliver. He's been promising us music for forever. Hello, All Diva. Yes. And I think a lot of people are trying to help me in terms of like relationships because maybe because of the past live streams where I said I was kind of depressed and lonely and I need more friends and all that. That was a phase. I'm perfectly fine now. I'm already in the grinding mode back again. I intend to stay in this mode for a while because I've been watching a lot of those like productivity videos where all these like productivity gurus come out and say like you need to sacrifice your early 30s for financial freedom until 40s. Do you want to be broke and do you want not able to provide for your family when you're like 40 whatever and your parents are in the medical hospital and you can't pay the bills and all that kind of stuff? To prevent that, you need to like sacrifice when everybody else is out partying and like, you know, all those instant gratifications, blah blah blah. And I kind of resonate to it. And yeah, I want to retire early. I don't want to work when I'm like all wobbly and old, and you know, I want to be on a yacht or like at a tropical place on the beach, which is unlikely to happen, but I want to get close to that goal at least. So yeah, I'm just like, it's the world is a give and take. Like you invest time, you get something out of it. I don't know if I have the best output right now, but hopefully. Windbreaker. You've never used Windrunner before, really? You've never heard Windrunner before either, really? Is this a made-up term by my own head? Windrunner. Well, weirdly enough, if I search on Google Windrunner, well, they do have Nike sportswear Windrunner jackets. Yeah, maybe it's a Korean term? Nike does use it. Maybe it's like just a Nike exclusive term. Yeah, I love Nike, so makes sense. Okay. Windbreaker then. I'll use Windbreaker now. I love your hairstyle. I was actually thinking of cutting it because it got pretty long. GD looked like a granny with that scarf. A lot of people say GD's fashion looks like a granny. Yeah, even in Korea too. David, you are so dang cute and adorable. Hard to believe the ladies are not smothering you if I was 30 years younger. Thank you for the words. I did receive a peculiar email today from someone. And I was like, is this spam? But when I actually read it, skimmed through it, so someone has a daughter living in Seoul as an English teacher, and her friend is a Korean that has like an American background who's the same age as me and plays tennis. And then that person said like, I want to help you out with your relationship status or something like that, so I'll hook you up. And I was like, should I respond to this or not? Yeah. I don't think I have capacity for any kind of relationship now, honestly. I don't think any woman would like to date me at this point because like I'm always stuck in my studio and I just don't have extra time to like dedicate to someone else. Maybe like a dinner or half a day during the weekend, but during the weekdays I'm totally occupied. If it was like an office setting and it was like a coworker or something, we could go out for like quick lunches and then just go commute together on the way home, or like work remotely together at the house or something. If it's not anything in that kind of fashion, I don't think my current schedule or lifestyle would be compatible to like a normal office worker 9 to 5 person in this condition. Yeah, so yeah. But like as for this email, I was like very intrigued because I'm always down for to know more people in Seoul that play tennis. Yeah, because it's always this is also very transactional too. I told you I always have the curse of efficiency right now in my head. Whenever I see a human being, like of course human relationship and interaction, connection is good too, but then this is a curse. But like you always seek what kind of value or something you can get out of that person, right? Like subconsciously. I don't want to like put it out on your face or anything, but like even in this matter, it would be like, okay, I could try to meet that person, but my main motivation would be like, okay, the reason I'm meeting this person is first, I want like maybe to try out like a relationship with a person. Okay, like that would be like the headline or the, what do you call it? The surface reason, but behind that there needs to be another worthy reason to meet that person out of taking it out of my time, and that would be if you know a person that plays tennis in Seoul, that person likely has a possibility to book courts for you and has games that you can be invited to. And as for tennis matches and like, you know, all that in Seoul, it's extremely hard to book courts, and it's extremely hard to get, you know, invited to matches as like a guest or something. I don't have the time to book courts. I'm not in like a circle or anything, but if this person does, then that might be a nice, you know, connection to have. If it doesn't work out, yeah, that's also another angle is like if it doesn't work out, it becomes awkward, right? But then even if it's that case, like I could continue on playing tennis with that person. So yeah, just give it a try, David. No, I'm just too busy, but I'll think about it. Yeah. Nah, I'm so interested in dating you. What have you missed? Not much. I'm just gonna do like a big announcement on the 30-minute mark, which we're already past. So it's 32 minutes in. We're 32 minutes in. I will give the announcement out for all you toppings watching until this point. Happy JK Day. Yes, I know it's his birthday. Happy birthday, JK. I saw his message that he's doing well in the military, so yeah, he's gonna do well. Yeah, I honestly expected him to go to like some kind of special forces or like the Navy SEAL or something like that, but then it was a big curveball, you know, like he went as like a, what do you call it? I don't know what you call it in English, but 취사병, basically the soldiers that work in the cafeteria. Yeah. Only have 46 days left until J-Hope gets discharged. Wow, time flies. Time flies. Announcement of what? Okay, let's hear the announcement. It's important. So, first of all, I need to apologize because in one of our past live streams, if you remember the one with Danny, Anna, Subini all together back here, and we did this random mukbang thing, and then I introduced you to the K-Food Metaverse event, and some of you applied for it. The event was a little bit, complicated. You had to put like hashtags and at accounts on Instagram and stuff, and then take a screenshot of that and put it in the Google form, and then you'd be eligible for all of that. I remember. Unfortunately, I've written it all down in the link on the pinned comment, but unfortunately, I want to apologize on behalf of the organization and the coordinator and the host myself as well, that didn't go well because there was some miscommunication with the host and us. It's not entirely my fault. I want to defend myself as well because I don't want to get all the blame. It was complicated, and the application rate was very low, and the hashtags apparently are not searchable on Instagram, so we can't collect data on whoever applied for it. So very, very sorry, but that event is entirely just gone. I really apologize for like wasting your time on that for those of you who participated. But the good news is we want to make it up for you. So the big announcement is we're doing it again, but it's very simplified. All you have to do is visit the site, take a screenshot, insert it in the Google form, put your email address, and you're done. And if you just do that, you are eligible for an Amazon gift card worth of $15, and 50 people are going to get it. There's only 260 people in this chat. Half of them are going to be lazy. I think more than like 2/3 of them are going to be lazy to do it. Some of them might think, oh, $15 is nothing. I would say if you're an avid user of Amazon, it's free money, so go get it. All you have to do is click the link in the pinned comment, and I will show you actually. So it's very, very easy, very simple. Just click the link in the pinned comment above, and that leads you to the K-Food Meta FESTA place, and then just join. All you have to do is type in your ID, and you can join the K-Food Meta FESTA. And all you have to do is, you don't have to do anything. Just wander around if you want to, like explore. But in my case, I'm just going to screen cap this. So let's say I screen cap this, okay? I screen cap this. And if you go to our survey link, where is our survey link? Yeah. Let's see. So if you go to our survey link that I put both in the description box and the pinned comment over here, let me show you. There we go. So this is the survey over here. There's a link in the survey as well. Just put your file in this survey over here. There we go. So check out this link, take a screenshot, submit the screenshot in the survey. There you go. Put your email in, and that's it. Once you put your email in, once you put your email in, you are automatically eligible for the giveaway. 50 people will receive a free $15 gift card for Amazon. And yeah, there's just no reason not to apply other than you're super lazy or you just don't need those $15. Okay, so yeah, participate. I'm literally giving out free money to you. For those of you who might have applied for the past event, and if we have you in the archive, if we happen to have you in the past survey, then you will 100% get the gift. So yeah, I'm gonna do the giveaway selection. It's gonna be random selection through the internet random selection generator next solo live next week. And I will send you the gift cards via email. And voila, use it well, free $15. Last time, because of the confusion of how to like navigate through the events and all, I think I heard only 10 people applied. So if you apply and if we assume the application rate is the same, 100% you're going to win a free $15 coupon, so a gift card. So go for it, okay? Go for it. Yeah. So you can do it after the live stream because I know you need to screen cap it and then like you need to enter it. So you'll probably have to get another browser up and stuff. But if you're on the computer or PC right now, you can do it right away. But that was the important announcement. I just wanted to give you a chance to win free $15. That's at least what the least I can do. Fab, yes. Can you repeat what the screenshot is supposed to be? Just the screen or whatever. Like, just your avatar, like yourself in the K-Food metaverse space. Yeah. Just some sort of proof that you have logged in and checked out the place. Yeah. And it's going to be random selection anyway, so you don't have to put extra effort into like exploring places or wanting to stand out or whatever. That would be good if you can genuinely explore the place, because if you go to the K-Food Meta FESTA, let me just show you, since they are one of my clients. So if you just literally look at it, Oh, CST and Renee is here. So you can go to the K food market and you can literally just, if you're in like some areas, like let's see, we have Singapore, Malaysia, Japan, the US. Since a lot of you are from the US, you can go navigate to the US section and go here and press X to interact, and it takes you to a site, and you can check out like Korean food on this Amazon website, and you can actually buy Korean food from this site. You have sauces, tteokbokki, samjang, all that kind of stuff, bibimbap, kimchi sprinklings, mango juice, whatever, tea, all that kind of stuff. So matcha, go check it out. And yeah, that's how you do it. So just take a screenshot and that should be done. It should be it. Okay, simple as that. Yep, so hope you like that good announcement. This is exclusively only for you toppings, and I'm pretty sure not a lot of people will apply. I would be very surprised if it exceeds 100. Even if it exceeds 100 applicants, that's still a 50% chance to win $15 on the internet. When have you ever won something on the internet, especially free money? So, with a 50% chance. Likely a 100% chance in this case. So, thanks, David, for the opportunity. No problems. I just wanted to provide you the best, and I actually haggled with the organizer and the coordinator and said, I was like, you know what? The miscommunication was on your side last time. It's not on us. Honestly, I prepared that throughout the whole night. I executed the content flawlessly. You were the ones that didn't give us like clear or instructions. So normally, if I had to redo this on my channel, that would cost you an extra fee or something. But because we have close relationships and I don't want to be that kind of person, I'll just do it for free. But only in the condition that the event application should be simple and easy. I don't want to make it hassle for my viewers. I'm sorry enough already because that the whole previous event got canceled. So I want to make it as simple as possible. I want to make them have like at least a 50 to 100% chance of them winning free money. So if it's not like that, I'm not doing it. So they agreed, and they were like, okay, you make the survey. All we need is just data, that proof that they actually visited the place. So yeah, there you go. I fought for you guys. Yeah. And finally, I can get paid as well too. Am I being too transparent? Maybe I should cut this part out. Yeah. You won twice in 1 week? What? You're so lucky. You're so lucky. Check out authentic, cool Korean products. And speaking of Korean products, Jin has actually, we're very vigorously expanding our catalog of brands, and he's discovered a very unique and cute brand out there. It's called Teeny Tiger, and he was like, could you try to introduce it in your stream and just see the public opinion on what they think about the brand, so that we might cooperate with them and get their stuff into our shop. So yeah, I'm gonna do a favor for Jin as well here too. I have a lot of responsibilities, right? So this is Teeny Tiger. They're like a Korean brand, and of course they're inspired with Korean patterns and designs. We have the mother of pearl echo bag. So Jin is especially interested in the bags right now because they're easy to ship and they have less barrier than clothes. So we have these kind of bags, mother of pearl bag, sun and moon, 5 peaks echo bag over here. You can check out the design. Tell me which ones you like, okay? I'll just skim through them. We have the tancheong pattern. These are used in Korean architecture, as you might know. We have other tancheong patterns as well. Very, very psychedelic, I would say. Yeah. Very colorful. And we have a teeny flower frill bag, pink. These are really cute. Yeah, petite bags over here. So it's mostly for women, I would say. And we have another flower frill bag. such and such. This one as well. They're all like inspired by Korean colors. Yeah. Oh, finally we have a Korean model for a Korean brand. I don't know why. Okay, I'll talk about this later. But yeah. Oh, this one's actually pretty cute. This looks like ballet core style-ish. Teeny signature bag. Oh, this is cute. This is pretty cute, right? And then we have another signature bag over here. Yeah, there you go. Okay. I always wonder what women actually carry in these tiny little bags. They always carry them when they go to like clubs or somewhere. We have the black bag with like very subtle flower patterns on it. There you go. And this one I personally like. It's a Seoul tarpaulin bag green. It's pretty big size and it looks pretty sturdy. It's an eco bag, I think. Reusable. Yeah. And there's also a pocket inside for like little stuff, but it has like the printing Seoul on it in both English and Korean, which is very hip. So this one has, I would actually wear this one. I don't know about the gray one, but personally I think I would go with the green one. Yeah, and then we have other like sweatshirts, like the ha 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 Korean smile hoodies over here. Oh, and that's Piroso. You can check out other products if you want. The site is called Teeny Tiger. They have like T-shirts and all, and we're trying to get a lot of these products into our store. Not all of them, because some of them might not really fit our standards. But as much as we're concerned about the bags, they look pretty good quality. So we're trying to get the bags on it on this site. So. Yeah, would appreciate if you can check out Piroso soon. Some of the bags are going to be in stock. So let me know what you think about those bags, those opinions, and I will send it to Jin and let him know. And he will work hard to actually close a deal and get them on our site. But in the meantime, you can check out Piroso as well. The bucket hats, army t-shirts, MBTI t-shirts, and all that. Yeah, so please check it out. It's also becoming like present season soon too, I would say. So yeah, because it's for us in Korea, it's almost Chuseok. Chuseok is Chuseok is Thanksgiving. So during Chuseok we usually visit our relatives' houses, and it's like a whole family gathering, and we normally prepare presents. It's usually like food, spam, or fruits, or other stuff. Nowadays, like a lot of people just gift like, home decor stuff, plates, all that stuff. So perfect presents on Piroso over here. If you're going over to someone else's house, if you want exclusive, exotic presents, these are the best ones. Like, look at this beautiful, folding cabinet. You can place like so many accessories inside it, and it's so elegant, right? Go check it out. And the page I had up here right now is, I'm working on it right now. This is experimental, but I've told you about this cooking class called Clover Lab we've collabed with. If you go visit the Hongdae Sangsu area when you're in Seoul, you can do this yakgwa cooking class. They have other dessert classes which I'm going to post on Piroso soon. But yeah, you can participate in making these yakgwas together. You can package them and take them to your hotel. And this is a very clean space located right in the middle of Hongdae. And this is the what do you call it? The CEO of the class and the company, and we're working with him. He's a Busan guy, so I have a lot of trust in him. But yeah, it's 69 per person. You get to do the class for 2.5 hours. We have the itinerary here, the schedule here, and the class description here. And yeah. And probably we're going to be giving out freebies, like free postcards with Piroso logos on it and stuff. So yeah, go check it out. If you visit with a party, like 2 people, we have like discount rates. So if you're 2 people, it's going to be 120, 4 people 220, 6 people 320, and all that. So go check out the class, okay? And you can reserve on our site if you schedule the time over here. I spent all night putting up this system of the day before. Yeah, this is my work. And if you want to visit, I don't know, like someone from the chat said before that they're going to visit during fall. If you're visiting in this week, the week of the 15th, and you can maybe reserve on the 17th, and they have 4 sessions per day. So like let's say 10 a.m. you want one person, you're going solo or you're going with 2 people on the 17th, 10 a.m. add to cart, and then you will be able to check in, and we'll send you an email of confirmation and you're set. So we're introducing classes, offline classes to Piroso, so look forward to that. We're going to introduce another kimbap class I told you about before. So we're going somewhere, we're getting to places, and we're implementing new stuff, so please look forward to it. And there's like a little bug on the screen. I got him. The class looks great, right? Yeah, it's very great. And I'm actually meeting up with him tomorrow too for other business things. So this guy is very ambitious. He's younger than me, and he actually wants to grow his class into like a very recognizable level, and he wants to leverage it to take it to the next step. So very unique. He has a goal to expand to Dubai, and that was very interesting when I first heard it, because like honestly it's a very random place. Mostly people in Korea, favorite spots that they want to expand their businesses would be mostly LA or New York. That's like the given, you know, or Dallas, big Korean populations, or Vancouver, somewhere like that. But or Southeast Asian areas like Vietnam is really hot. Da Nang's very hot right now. So normally business people look for those spots, but he was like specifically looking for Dubai, and I was like, wow, what's so special about Dubai? And then I don't know, he has his own vision. He says the consumer power there is very high, and there is like a big demand for Korean food and culture over there, but there's still not a lot that has been introduced yet. There's only a few places you can go for like KBBQ and stuff, and people line up, and it's super expensive, but it's ironically not even owned by Korean owners. That's what he observed when he was there, and he wants to like expand his brand of like maybe premium Korean desserts to like a mall in Dubai and stuff. He initially wanted to do like bingsu, which is like shredded ice. I told you last time, and that kind of stuff. But the climate there is just too hot, so he decided he can't do that. But yeah, we are in a very mutually beneficial relationship, company to company, because like he's benefiting out of our good, you know, decorations and plates and Korean ornaments. Like over there, we're displaying it over there, and we're revenue sharing if someone visits that place and actually decides to buy one of those plates, one of our plates and stuff. And it's just making his class more rich and more like traditional and authentic. And we're getting like offline traffic from his place, so it's like a very nice relationship. So yeah, sorry to talk about all this boring business stuff. Some of you might not be very interested. I usually talk most about like this business stuff and my personal life in my Patreon exclusive podcast, which I recorded yesterday and uploaded. And I got a lot of advice. I talked about like how Piroso was approached by investors and how they wanted shares, and like the direction we're going in, and the cost efficiency of like KPC, how much I spend on KPC, the guest appearance rates and all that. And like I talked a bunch about that on the exclusive podcast. So if you want to hear the insider stuff, it might be boring to some, but like some people are business people innately, and I got a lot of good advice from people who already have been successful with their careers and businesses. So yeah, it's like a good relationship over there too. Check out patreon.com/koreanpizzaclub if you want that. I put up a K-pop exclusive reaction too. I did like 10 reactions. Who did I do? Like there was so many, but like K-pop music videos nowadays, every single one just slays. Like there's not a single K-pop video that is not like really good. Yeah. So this was the podcast episode, Anna, divorce situation, and tea. You can actually listen to like I think 5 minutes for free if you just go to Patreon. Yeah, I think there's like a free teaser bit. So if you want to check it out, also trouble with Jin and investors, solo pods for KPC, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so go check it out. And for the August K-pop reactions, I did 10 songs. Yes, I did Lit Seraphim's Crazy, Chungha's Algorithm, Oh My Girls, Classified Zero, Base One, Good So Bad, Young Posse, Ate That. This was very fun. This reaction was very fun. And then Taemin, Sexy in the Air. Wow, that was good. And Mix was a very interesting comeback. Yeah, this was pretty good too. Promise 9, number 1, Supersonic right now. Stray Kids Jam and Chunsumi's Ice Cream. So go check it out. I don't know if you can actually check out the teasers for this one as well. Probably not. But oh my god. Oh, okay. Let me. Yeah, but go check it out. It's only $5 per month, and it's the best way to support the channel. Oh, I got bit by a mosquito. Oh my gosh. Oh no, was it that bug? Damn. Business stuff is interesting. Okay. What business influences do you follow? Do you know Steve Bartlett or James Wedmore? No, I do not. The ones I follow are mostly like content creator based. Which ones do I listen to nowadays a lot? I listen to that podcast a lot. It's the two people. Colin and Samir, and then there is also Ali Abdal. He's the best with productivity, and he started as like a content creator base, and now he's expanded his business to multiple streams of revenue and models. There's also Alex Hermosi. He's very famous too. And there's a couple other people I know on Instagram, but I don't memorize their names. But yeah, I get a lot of motivation watching their content. Yes. Mosquitoes like good blood. Be careful, David. David, did you film another KPC pod? The OG cast is the best. I have a lot in stock, but the bottleneck right now is I've told you, I've actually said this in pod, the exclusive pod, but right now I have a pod that needs to go up with like a special guest from a label, and there's a lot of procedures in like authorizing and confirming from the label, and it's taking over a week right now. I've made fixes and then sent it over too, but then they need to check the final version again, and also on top of that they need to whitelist the copyright for the music that was used from the artist, and then that whitelisting, it can't happen during the weekend, so that's been postponed a week. So I'm sorry for the delay, but once that comes out, I have other content from the regular cast as well, the regular gang. I think I did 3 more episodes with them. Yeah. That is on your way. I'm trying to get new faces as well too. There's actually like some kind of concerning point regarding the regular cast, which I discussed in the exclusive podcast, so go check that out. But yeah, it's coming soon. Bring Kelsey again. Yeah, Kelsey was here again. I already said I do another live with Anna again. Yeah. The important notice was that you could win $15 for free with a very, very high chance if you click the link on the pinned comment above. And the instructions are very self-explanatory. It only takes you 1 minute max. Yeah. I will check out James Wedmore. Thank you. hmm I enjoy hearing about business stuff, not boring at all. Would you consider to be a private tour guide to solo travelers? I'm a woman and considered to travel to South Korea. The thing is, there are a lot of like similar services to this, but it only lasts for a limited amount of time because um, technically in Korea you need a licensed tour guide license. You need a tour guide license, official tour guide license issued by the Korean government. They have exams for it. You need to know a basic amount of Korean history. You need to know like you have to have a proficiency of like English level and Korean and such. So without this license, any kind of similar service that is like a tour guide kind of thing, there have been other services like, you know, be my boyfriend or like take a bike trip with me or just like introducing people to food places and such. But apparently, technically, they are all illegal because without a tour guide license, you're not allowed to do that. I think they let it go for like foreigners who are doing it because they just don't have like the administrative power to actually, you know, tackle these foreigners because they're not Korean citizens. But in the case for Korean citizens, whoever like does these services, with a certain amount of time, I've seen their businesses like getting, you know, dismantled and shut down and all that. Yeah, so I would want to do it because, you know, I always like meeting new people, like showing Korea, but that's also very labor intensive too. And yeah, honestly, yeah, a labor model is not what I'm looking for. I could hire other people and like make them do the tour guides, but then you guys wouldn't want that, right? You will want a personal guide with me. So, yeah. It would have to be either very expensive or it wouldn't work because like that time I would have to take, you know, a big chunk out of my day when I can work on like I have to work on other, you know, content creation and stuff. And yeah, so and I just got buy me a coffee, 4 pizzas from Miso Soup. Thank you so much. Pizza. Nice to see you, David. Happy belated birthday. I didn't have my credit card near me when you had your birthday live. No need to. You've always supported me with your presence in the live stream. I notice you. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. And obviously, I'm not asking for any PayPals or anything right now because, like, I got bombarded with so many happy birthday gifts and support via PayPal last time. I posted I screen capped every single one of them, stitched them all together, and posted it on my Instagram story once again because you guys deserve the extra recognition, and I just want to support, like, the support towards me. And yeah. I always wanted to do some form of that kind of thing. Like, you know, how when you see like Kickstarter or Patreon supporters, a lot of creators make like a credit, ending credit kind of board for all the supporters and like list down their names and put it at the ending credits of their channel. But I learned that that's not sustainable because the Patreons always come and go. So like, this month there's this person and in that video that person's disappeared, so I always have to edit it and go through the Excel sheet, so it's very much of a hassle, so I just like gave up on that. But for one-off Patreon PayPal support, I could like definitely put it up on my stories at least and show my gratitude, and also for Patreon, like besides doing that kind of like that kind of appreciation, I can just give you more content over there. So I mean, I'm actually thinking of going back to what is it, watch parties, because that one was the most popular. People actually liked watching dramas and K shows with me because usually, you know, I just like casually watch it, but I also sometimes provide like Korean context to it as well. So yeah. And that's like a big model for a lot of other YouTube creators in the Korean scene, um, what they do on Patreon. So, and also a big problem was I told you this on a live stream before, but when I was doing like watch parties, the biggest issue was having to use video upload platforms, because if you use Google Drive to upload your reactions, your watch party episodes, apparently Google Drive has like a tracking system of how much traffic gets directed to a certain file, and if it exceeds a certain amount of like gigabytes or something, it just blocks it. So Google Drive is not sustainable. You can't upload it on YouTube because it copy strikes you, right? So you need to use a third-party platform, and the solution back then was Vimeo, which is like the biggest video platform. But the problem with Vimeo is that it charges a hilarious, ridiculous amount of money according to the amount of traffic you garner towards that file. So like think like 100 people are streaming a 1 hour show on your account. They're going to charge you a tremendous amount of money for that. But so that wasn't that was sustainable. We made some profit out of it for sure, but because like the amount of viewers fluctuated, we couldn't really sustain it, and then we got like double charged at the end, and then that was a whole hassle. But nowadays I think Patreon has implemented its own internal video viewing system. I haven't checked it out yet, but as far as the K-pop reactions go, it's a 50-minute video over here, and it's just easily uploaded on Patreon for free. So I'm gonna test Patreon and its internal video uploading system, and if it works, let me try to do like regular watch parties with you guys. I want to watch the new BTS series with JK and Jimin, and also the Jin one coming up soon, and probably there's going to be more members coming soon. So yeah, but those are all thoughts. And what else? Oh, the Tail story, that's crazy. So the NCT member, oh my gosh, we don't know what he's actually done, but he was hurled into a sexual assault case, and SM immediately cut ties with him. They didn't even explain what he was into, but looking at the past record of SM, shielding other members, like, who was it, Lucas, and other like second gen, first gen idols that were accused of like sexual misbehavior and assault and all that, and they still have them under the SM umbrella. Given that fact, like Tail being immediately thrown out means that it's a really, really serious case, and there were some like guesses on the internet I've actually seen too, but like I am not going to mention any of them because I don't want to get sued for defamation or spreading misinformation. But yeah, some of the allegations I've seen on like off the record Twitter X theories are pretty wild. Yeah. And Stacy, thank you for the $1.5 pizza. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. Then would you make a list of all your must-visit places or something? Yeah, I can make it into like a PDF and upload it on my Patreon or Pidoso or something like that. A lot of people make like digital PDFs, and I could sell it for like $2 or something. if I put extra work into it, like all the graphics and like, you know, how to get there, how to reserve, you know, the level of detail. It would determine the price of it. Yeah. Any updates on Ramen and Chill? Unfortunately, no. Yeah, we were unsuccessful in gathering new funds. Yeah, but the IP is still there, it's alive, so hopefully in the future we will be able to do it. But maybe I could do like a minimized version of Ramen and Cho. I could take the IP. I am the main producer after all, so I could take the IP and the franchise name and create like an individual Ramen and Cho version with like very low budget, no budget at all, and just like I've noticed that a lot of blind date content nowadays is popular on the Korean side of YouTube. So celebrities doing blind dates. There's this guy called Car the Garden. He's a singer. He does blind date content. There's blind date content on Nopbaku Takjeun, that channel as well. And a lot of celebrities come on it. So I could do like the Ramen and Show blind dates, one-on-one version on KPC if I have time and energy. Yeah. All these ideas, but no energy and time to execute. Yeah. How's Danny doing? Do you guys keep in touch? Yeah, actually, I don't know if I'm able to disclose this. Nah, probably it's probably okay. It's nothing even that serious. So Jin and Danny had dinner together, and I think. Nah, I'm just gonna leave this private. But I'll leave out some information, crucial information. I think Danny is maybe interested in getting back into either the content creation scene or either the naked soul or commerce scene in terms of like piroso. So Jin is in talks with Danny. I've got briefed about the situation we're considering, but I won't say much because not everything should be on the internet, right? And there needs to be boundaries about what kind of information you can disclose about other people. Danny's always been talking about it. He's been talking about it for over a year. Don't believe it until he actually does his own live. Yeah. You see, TLC cable channel kind of copied your RNC show, International Love or something like that. They copied it poorly. I need to check it out then. Should I sue them? I cannot sue them because honestly, the format of dating shows is like nothing suable unless they actually use like the franchise name or they copy like some very distinct features. TLC. It's an iconic hip-hop R&B brand? What? Oh, maybe it's this channel you're talking about. Forbidden Love. Ooh, they got some like gross stuff on it. Yeah, they're a big enough channel. I don't think they copied or anything, but anyways. Did you fight David? With who? Anna or Danny? No. Sue them and get rich. I wish I could. Yeah. So, let's see. So, it's been over an hour, guys. It's 4:20 a.m. I'll probably close the live soon. I appreciate all 280 people watching. Before you go, please like this video. And I'll just hang out for an extra 10 minutes because I don't want to be that kind of person that just says bye and leave. So last 10 minutes, you ask me whatever you want, and I will end the stream at 4:30 a.m. sharp and go to sleep. I might not go home because I'm just so lazy. Yeah, I have to come back to the studio anyways again tomorrow morning. I had lunch with a very old friend that's visiting from Chicago. She got her PhD, and I knew her since like high school. and she was in Korea. She was in town, but unfortunately, she had some urgent business like paperwork and stuff, so that got canceled. So I'm free tomorrow morning. Yeah, that's a bummer. But then I have to meet the CEO of Clover Lab tomorrow at dinner for another business meeting. So yeah, I have a lot of human interaction, more than you think. It's always just like business though. But then as I said, like I don't see anything wrong with business because like I'm very friendly with everyone I meet, and like even for the CEO I met, like that guy, like I think we're just like, you know, hanging out. We only talk about the thing is about business is like if you say like a business dinner is like 100 or a 10, 90%, like 90% of it is like bullshitting, beating around the bush, or like just talking about irrelevant stuff in your life and whatever, dating and blah 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 blah, how to earn money, stuff like that. And then the essence, the actual agenda of the meeting only goes on for 10 minutes. That's what I've observed for at least the business meetings I've done. Some business meetings don't even require an offline approach. Like they can be done by Zoom or email, but I guess people still like that human interaction, and I guess that gives some kind of like credibility, and you're just trying to build that rapport with the other party. So I understand it and I respect it. But like if you just like kind of dissect it, in bottom line, it's only like 10 minutes of actual business talk, and we're like, okay, that sounds good. Yeah, well, how about we do this, that, and everything's sealed. Yeah. Uh, Thoughts on international K-pop groups? Is it even K-pop anymore with all the English and international members? Well, Steven, you have a nice hunch because that is my next video, my next street interview video. So you'll get your answers over there. First time catching your live. Hi from Europe. Belated happy birthday. Thank you, Rila. Meeting people is great. Business is great. It's all about connections. There's no 6 degrees of separation. It's more like 2 or 3. Great business is word of mouth. Wise words. Thank you. Are you coming to Chicago? Because I missed my chance to meet my friend, if I were to go to the States again, I want to visit Chicago because I heard it's a wonderful city as well. I've been there when I was young. I have a very distant memory of Chicago, visiting there. It stood out even though I was very young. I went up a very big tower. I got like a picture there with my family, and then the magnet still is on our family fridge saying the Windy City and stuff. And then we went through a very deserted place of the city, and all the windows were shattered, and there were like homeless people on the streets, and people were coming up to our car, and then they were like, washing our window panes and stuff, and requesting money. And it was kind of scary in that area. But other than that, I don't remember much about Chicago. Yeah. But I like to revisit it because I heard there's an awesome like river walk or something, and then Chicago deep dish pizza? Chicago pizza? Yeah, want to try that. And a lot of my friends, not a lot, 2 of my friends live there. They're both studying there. Yeah. So, I've been to the West Coast too much in the recent years. I want to visit the East Coast now. I've been to Texas now, which is a big portion of America. So recently I've been to like Los Angeles, Anaheim, Las Vegas, some parts of the Death Valley, and the desert, Arizona. Been to like San Diego, Where else? I almost went near the border to like Tijuana and all of those areas, multiple times. So some people from LA actually saw my stories I posted on Instagram, and they're like, "You going to all these places that I've never been to while living here as a native person, like over like 30, 40 years." So yeah, I've been to quite a lot of places in Los Angeles, to be honest. And I've been to the freaking Getty Center 4 times already. Like Santa Monica is like, I can picture it right now in front of my face. I don't want to go there anymore. Um, I do want to go to like, where is it? Malibu. That's one beach I haven't been to. I heard is great, minus the junkies over there. But then recently I went to, and then OC, like a lot of parts in OC, other than Anaheim, there was like Irvine and the Korean communities over there. And then I took a flight from there to Dallas recently. So I did my whole tour of Texas in a very condensed time. But I got the most out of Texas, I feel like. I did Dallas, Fort Worth, San Antonio, and then Austin. And I got a great time. I had a great time there. I missed Houston. I couldn't go to NASA, but yeah, it is what it is. I want to visit Texas one more time. And then yeah, but New York I've only visited 2 times in the recent years. New York is always a good place to go. I always have some friend over there, so I can always couch surf. Never paying my own money for a hotel over there because it's like crazy. Yeah, one night in front of Madison Square Garden, that hotel, I don't even remember. We shared it with PD. One night, I swear to God, I'm not even bluffing. It was like over $300 or something. That's madness. That's like a 5-star hotel. Not even 5-star hotels charge $300 in Korea. You go to the best place in Korea and it's gonna be $300. Yeah. Yeah, you go to like Signal Hotel or Banyan Tree or Joseon Palace or whatever, and it's still gonna be in the range of $300 to $400. But that was like a mediocre hotel right in front of Madison Square Garden. I guess it's because of the location, and it's just New York in general. But I'm never gonna do that. Yeah. So my friend, the one occasion I want to visit New York is for the U.S. Open. I'm a huge tennis fan. I heard that recently. I think the U.S. Open is going on now, or it's done. I haven't been able to catch up. But the prices for the tickets are crazy. I saw this guy's reel, and he had to pay like $1,000 just for like a quarterfinals ticket or something, and then he gets like a ground pass, and they have like their signature cocktail or whatever honey butter drink or something, and he added up whatever he spent it at the US Open, and it added up to a $1,500 check. And that's just for regular seats. If you want to get good seats, you have to pay like over, like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 or something. But I do want to. It's on my bucket list. I had my chance 2 years ago, because my friend works in Deloitte. I don't even know what that company does. Apparently, it's like an accounting consulting firm or something. But it's like one of the big companies. He works in the Deloitte office of New York. And he said like he got like sponsored tickets because Deloitte is an official sponsor of the US Open. So he had like 2 tickets to go, and he was like, want to come to New York? And I was like, oh, I really, really want to go. But then the ticket prices were just crazy back then. It was just right after COVID. So the prices were like up there, and I didn't have time and the luxury to go. So I missed my chance. But if I had known about the US Open prices, I would have just risked it and went. But yeah, missed opportunity. He's still working there. I don't know if he can still get free tickets, but yeah. But anyways, going back to Chicago. Yeah, I'd like to go through like the East Coast. I like to do an East Coast tour, go back to my roots, visit Maryland, Baltimore, Virginia. Those are I my dad and I always travel to Virginia, all the way to Virginia and sometimes Philadelphia, I think, to get a certain Vietnamese pho noodles. Like there was this place, a hole in the wall place that my dad found out from like a local while he was studying there, and we went there. It was just the best pho ever, and we would always drive. I don't know how long, but we would always drive there during the weekend, and just for that one bottle of beef noodles. That was wow. That was just so great. And I would always play Pokemon in the car. Oh, the nostalgia is hitting me. Yeah. I think I'm not even sure about this, but my dad was studying Johns Hopkins, and I think that is located in Baltimore. Probably. Is it or is it not? Yeah, that's why we were there. It's such a long time ago. I don't even know. Yeah, I think Johns Hopkins is in Maryland. Yeah, he has a lot of pride in studying there because apparently it's one of the best medical colleges. So, yeah, and then back then we used to travel to like DC and all of the we call it the megaropolis or something. We learn it in world geography during Korean classes. We call the East Coast from like all the way up there from New York to like Maryland and DC and Virginia and all those parts, the megaropolis. And then we have like we learn about the megaropolis and then the Bible Belt and the Rust Belt and from like Detroit up there and like everything, and it's very macro and it's not very useful, but I guess it gives us like basic knowledge about US geography and stuff. And yeah. Yeah. Anyways, the time has elapsed. What's your favorite original 3 Pokemon? I would always go for Charmander. Charmander is like the best. Pikachu is like a staple. You can never, hate Pikachu. But like Charmander to Charizard, Charizard is the best, and then I would like Dragonite. Because a lot of people, I told this multiple times, but like my nickname back in the days when everyone started to like see try to see a resemblance with Pokemon with each other, I was always either Charizard or Dragonite, and people would say, like, because I have like a rubber band body, like I easily gain fat, I easily lose fat. So when I'm chubby, people call me Dragonite, and when I'm slim, people call me Charizard. So those were my 2 favorite because I had a resemblance apparently to them. But other than them, I liked like, Mewtwo or Lugia or one of those like cool ones. But after the 150 characters, I can go to like the gold and silver versions, but beyond that, those are all pure crap. Like you don't even need to look at those Pokemon series. They're pure crap. Yeah. My dad's not a doctor. He's technically a biology professor. He teaches pre-med students, like basic anatomy and biology, hormones, and that kind of stuff. So he's not a licensed doctor. He can't do surgery or anything or diagnose. So my friend, one of my best friends, he's a tennis buddy, and we were in the same school and academies for middle school. He originally went to SKKU, which is a prestigious school in Korea. It's called Sungkyunkwan University. It's like the oldest college, if you can even call it a college. It was like a very old college for traditional noble men, where their kids would go and learn like Chinese characters and Confucianism. But once Korea got modernized, Sungkyunkwan became like a modern version of college, and then Samsung acquired it, and now it's like a Samsung university. And if you go to any kind of like, mechanics or biology, chemistry, any kind of like science field in SKKU, it's like you're automatically accepted to the Samsung company, one of the branches. Like Samsung has biologics, engineering, electronics, and whatever. They have everything. So yeah, everyone wants to go to Songyungan for the reason of getting into Samsung. But my friend was there and he had a guaranteed Samsung job. But then I guess he wasn't satisfied of it, and then he took the med school test again, and he went to my dad's school, which is in Busan, and yeah, he actually attended my dad's classes for first grade, and he would always say like he would always text me, "Your dad's so funny," He always jokes about this kind of stuff, and that was very weird to me because I never knew what my dad actually did for his job or anything. Yeah, I knew the version of him at the lab, always looking through microscopes and working with like whatever cells and stuff, but I never knew about the lecturing part. It was very weird to hear it from my friend from a secondhand experience. Yeah. My family is not rich as F. No. I do admit my grandfather is rich. But then he has three children, the oldest brother, and the second sister, and my dad is the maknae. So usually family wealth doesn't carry down like trickle down up to the third family member. Usually the biggest portion goes to the first and then second by order. And what my grandpa said is like, you've already inherited your amount of money from me in terms of like you studying abroad in the States, because like studying in like Johns Hopkins and all these like Canada costs a lot, like living and stuff. So I've already given you in advance, so don't expect anything from me. So yeah. But then I do have to admit my grandpa helped him out a lot, like settling in Korea as well. When he came to Korea, like how professors, they don't earn anything until they actually get a job. You go through like masters and PhD and postdoc and everything, and you don't earn anything. You barely earn something, and imagine you're with a family, you can't sustain that. So my grandpa helped him a lot. Without his support, he couldn't have done it. And even when he was settling down in Korea, he needed to get a house. So I remember arriving in Busan and us living in a very, very sketchy, like rundown apartment, which didn't even have a proper toilet. It had one of those like toilets you had to like scooch down, and like it's like one of the traditional toilets, and I just wasn't accustomed to that, and I couldn't use it. So I remember myself always traveling 15 minutes, walking 15 minutes to the downtown part, which was the closest part in the area, and going to a department store and running up to the second floor, because first floors usually don't have toilets. So going up to the second floor and go to the public bathroom to poop. This is a real story. I couldn't poop at my own house because it was just so dirty and run down. And it had one of those like very uncomfortable toilets. I don't even like. Did you even have these in your countries? Like, did you even used to have these kind of bathrooms? Yeah. Like, I could not use these. This was exactly what it looked like in my house. And I just couldn't figure out how to use it. And it was just so dirty. There was like mold there, like these ones. I couldn't use it because I grew up in the States. Like from 3 years to 10 years old, I was in the States and I never saw this before. And I just couldn't figure it out. And I was like very young and I was crying and I was like telling my mom, I can't poop here. So I got like constipation and shit. And I hold it up until I could like reach the department store where they had like modern toilets. But yeah, like I figured it out eventually when I went up to high school, In middle school, they still had these in middle school and high school, but and then I had no other choice because I'm stuck in school and I have nowhere else to escape, so I had to eventually. But still, it was very, very like uncomfortable for me. I felt like I was like gonna topple down constantly, and I felt like it was the poop was gonna hit like the back of my pants or my underwear or something. So it was very uncomfortable, and the smell just comes up. And when you flush it, like the water all I'm sorry if this is all very dirty, but that's the reality. And yeah. So yeah, why did I end up in this topic? No, you don't have it. I heard that's the natural and better way to. Yeah, I've seen videos like scientific videos that if you like do this squat pose, then the intestines and like your whatever your body posture, it leads to better like pooping and stuff. You don't have it in Sweden. You triggered me with those photos. I was in Beijing and I used the squat toilets. Not a great experience. Exactly. That's what I experienced when I first landed in Korea, because we didn't have enough money and we could only afford a home with those kind of toilets. So, but then I guess my grandpa delivered at the end, and he got like a more modern house, which was still like 10 years old, and now it's 30 years old. But the thing about real estate is that, speaking of squatting, like I guess for my family it's unintentional squatting. So we had no money, like because of like you guys might have the a wrong idea. I don't know how it is for professors in the States, but at least for professors in Korea, they're not very high paid jobs. Especially after when the school and like the pension, takes a chunk of your salary. So my mom always struggles with like living costs and stuff. But where was I getting to? Yeah, professors don't earn a lot, and I don't know where I was getting to. I lost my chain of thought. Anyways, okay, so yeah, we couldn't invest in like good homes and stuff. We couldn't get loans and whatever. So my grandpa just basically bought us like a cheap house in Busan, right in front of the beach. It was in a relatively nice area, but the thing is, the apartment was freaking old. It was built by a French company. That's one thing I remember about it. And it was right in front of the beach. It's literally just next to the beach. So it gets really affected by the waves, and like when a typhoon comes, like our cars would always drown. So my dad had to like buy two cars, like secondhand cars. I still remember in 2003 there was this awful typhoon called Memi, and I remember my dad with like these rubber boots and like this fisherman kind of like plastic, what do you call it, whatever, apparel on, and then he went out in the water, tried to save the car, but then it was past saving, and that was very tragic. And we had to like tape our windows because it was all crashing down because of the strong wind. And yeah, even to this day my parents live in that home, and it's a 30-year-old apartment. And whenever I visit home, like, and set foot into the elevator, it just transports you back to the 80s or 90s. And there's so many like, it's so humid in there. There's like ants, and like water's leaking from the top. Like the heating system doesn't even work that well, so we need to install like a private heating system to heat the water and stuff. So it's not exactly the best house to live in. But then we had no other choice because our family wasn't that rich. We had no other options, and we were just thankful to our grandpa. And yeah, so we unintentionally just squatted there for, now it's been 20 years, I guess. 20 years. And you know what? It's become the most expensive apartment in Busan. Well, Of course, the newly built ones, like in Marine City and like Centum City, the newly built apartments that are like skyscrapers and like, you know, Dubai-esque apartments, the signature of Busan. If you go to Busan, you'll always see pictures of like the Gwangan Bridge, and then you see the apartments over here, right? That's called Marine City. It's like a new city that's only been built for like 10 years max, I would say. And then if you go to Haeundae, there's like new apartments over here. So these apartments are super bougie, and they're the most expensive apartments. But excluding those apartments, excluding those ones because they're recently built, our apartment is the most expensive one right now just because of its location. So like if you go to Gwangan Beach, this is our apartment. It's a 30-year-old apartment. I'm pretty sure it's 30 years old. It was built in 1979, so how old is it? How old is this apartment? It's built in 1979. So if I do the math, 80 plus 20, it's 40. Holy shit, it's all... Okay, time passed a lot. So it's 40 years old. Yeah, it's this complex over here. It's right in front of the beach, as you can see. And the wave just passed through, and then it drowns my whole parking lot over there. And it's been eroded by the sea, like the salt and stuff, and the wind. But because of its location, it's right in front of the Gwangan Bridge. Yeah, like you can see the location here. And it's right in front of the bridge, and it's right in front of the beach. This is where everything's at nowadays in Busan. This is the most busy area. It's like the night district and the tourist district and everything. There's the bridge over here that lights up. Because of this premium spot, like it's become overvalued now, and people are saying it's going to be demolished and renovated. And these are some like model pictures of what it's going to look like when it gets rebuilt like this. And because of that, there has been speculation from real estate, you know, owners and stuff. And this is what it's going to look like apparently after. So yeah, the prices have spiked, and yeah, my mom is complaining a lot because it's such an old house. There's so many leaking, and it's like a woman doesn't want to live in an old house, right? She wants to live in a clean and nice kitchen and all that. But the only reason they're living there right now is because like it's been too many years, and if we just pull out now, it's all going to waste. You know, we need to capitulate from that, you know, renovation and that rebuilding, reconstruction. So the problem is, though, it's become such a premium spot. There are so many like developers or construction companies or so many parties that are involved that want to get a piece of it, like some sort of revenue out of it, that there have been lawsuits, there have been fraud, there have been all sorts of things. So the rumor and the actual execution of renovating our apartment has been going on for at least 5 years now, but it's always been back to ground zero again and again, because like someone sued this company, and someone found out this was fraud and all that. So like apparently they do biddings for which construction company is going to build on top of this, and during the bidding process they need to like get surveys from the current residents who are living there. And apparently one construction company went secretly around only to old people who don't know much about the law, and gave them like money and like gifts and stuff, and said like, oh, when you do the voting process, like, you know, remember us, we're GS Construction. It's GS is the construction company of LG. So choose us when you do the voting. And then that word went out, and then I think the opposite party was Samsung. I think it was Jai. Zai, that's the Samsung construction company's name. They were like, "Oh, this is fraud. They gave out bribery. We need to do this again." And then it went back, and then Busan City now declared this area as like a landmark zone. So there are now restrictions of like altitude, like how high you can get and all that kind of stuff. So limitations, restrictions, civil laws, and like it's a shit show. And the actual residents are just like living there in pain. Like, why wouldn't they want to relocate themselves to nicer apartments with more modern features and no bugs and no leaking and everything? My mom is the same case too, and she's almost like folding now because she's like 60 years old, and she's like, how long do I have to wait? I won't even probably be able to live in this apartment, because like once it actually gets declared and confirmed and they build the apartment, which will probably take max like at least 3 to 4 years or 5 years, when she goes in, she's going to be 70. And she's like, what's the good use in like living in a modern and fancy apartment when I'm all old? Like, I want to live at least my 60s in a good apartment. But my dad is like, no, we got to squat here longer. Like, you don't want to make this all, waiting all go to throw it out the window. So it's a very big dilemma right now. So if we were to sell our apartment right now, we could go to like a nicely well-furbished modern apartment. But then my dad's like, that's throwing out all the effort we did squatting here for 20 years. That's just not logical. You gotta endure it. And my mom's like, I don't care. Like, I want to get out of this hell. Like, I don't want to deal with bugs anymore. I don't want to deal with leaking. I want to go to like an air-conditioned, nice apartment before I die. So it's like a very, very big sensitive issue in my family. And there's another problem too. Like, even if it gets built, even if this apartment gets built in like a nice modern way, the construction companies need some kind of revenue, right? So they give like a premium and privilege for the current tenants, the current owners of the houses. Like, they give a big discount, but on top of that, you need to pay more. And that money is like substantial. And my mom's like, how are we going to actually deliver that money? And my dad's like, we can get a loan. We can get a mortgage. And my mom's like, so you want to actually pay your mortgage until we're like 80 and 90 before we die just to live in a fancy house? And my dad's like, yeah. Yeah. And then there's also the side of like, they want to inherit this house to me. And my mom agrees on that too. So I think the sole reason she's holding right now and agreeing to the situation is for the fact that she wants to inherit this property to me in the future. But the problem is, like, my mom also rebuts on that case too. Kyungsoo is not in the situation to earn enough money to buy to make enough for the inheritance fee for the price of this apartment. He will not be ready by the time we are dead and we inherit this apartment. It's like, give or take, she's 60, so max we got like 40 years. Do you think David's going to be able to make that amount of money within 40 years? So that's another problem too. The inheritance tax, it's going to be at least 50% because of the price of this apartment. And that would be like, so the estimated price of this right now would be, wow, this is dragging on for long, but 50억 원 달러로. Let's see. It would be $4 million. So that's what the market is saying. So if this apartment is to be rebuilt, the average cost of one apartment there would be up to $4 million. And my mom's like, David's not going to be able to accumulate $4 million. Like I don't have to accumulate $4 million because if you count the tax, if it's 50%, then I only have to accumulate $2 million until then, right? But then, will I be able to accumulate $2 million in 40 years? I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe not, but I'm working my ass off because that's part of my life goal now, to inherit that apartment. And if you consider inflation, it's probably going to be more than that. It's going to be probably more than $2 million. It's probably going to be $3 million at least. So, yeah, like, it's a very big dilemma right now. Yeah, so my mom's like, let's be the wise person and let's just sell it cash out right now. And let's go to a more comfortable modern place, relocate there, live our rest of our lives comfortably and not chase money. David's not going to be able to inherit it anyways. He's going to have to let it out on the auction. And then my dad's like, even if he puts it out on the auction, it's going to be advantageous for him. So there's like clashing pros and cons, but even still in Korean households, like there is some kind of patriarchy, and my dad has some authority because like he is the bread owner after all, and his opinion matters. And the what do you call it? The basis of my parents' entire lives comes from my grandfather's line. So my grandfather has a lot of power too, and he bought that apartment for my parents. Thus, the logic is like my father's opinion is a little bit more important. So it's very, very complicated. Yeah. Well, yeah, I went 30 more minutes after that because, like, honestly, this is a very heated subject among my friends and my family too. Like, they have all their own opinions about it. But yeah, let's see what you guys are thinking. Like, yeah, let's see. Is this in Busan? Yes. Everyone's holding on, waiting to cash out. Yeah. Yeah. You all have to hold out a little longer. You can cash out and buy property in Gangnam. The housing bubble burst around the corner. Yes, that's my mom's logic too. So she's like, this bubble is gonna burst as well. The global economy is not looking good, and already the bubble has already bursted from the all-time high. So my house was like this high, but now it's come to like a 30% discount. So my mom's like, see, we had to sell it at the all-time high. And my dad's like, it's just a little bump, it's just a little dent in the road, it's gonna go even higher and stuff. So they're fighting and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, all the residents are caught in the middle. Yeah, that's pretty sad. And for my parents, it's even fortunate. We can say it's fortunate for them at least because they have at least a 40-year, 50-year window ahead of them. But for the old people that have been living there for their entire lives, they're really just going to die soon. So, like, all the old people are pretty much selling it to the rich Gangnam people and Chinese people. So I've heard that already the ownership, like 50% of the ownership are from Seoul people that don't even live there, just for speculation reasons. If you stay there, you're going to get paid stay. Fun fact, a man stayed in his apartment for 10 years and the builders gave him $10 million and a rent of $100 per month in the new house. Wow. You should sell now if you can. Yeah, see, like even among the chat there's like divided opinions. I don't blame her. It's a tough situation. Yeah. When you get old, your thinking is different. Exactly. Hope your mom can live in a comfortable place. See, like the drastic differences between the thoughts, you know. Time to move on. So when you inherit the apartment, will that make you a silver spoon in Korea? Not exactly, because like I would have accumulated all my money just to pay that inheritance tax, and then I wouldn't have any real like cash in my hands. It's just gonna be property, and I'll have a big ass house that's worth this much, but I can't cash it out. So what am I gonna live with, right? If I don't have a job by then. So yeah, why do you need to pay the builder? The builder usually pays. No, because the builder provides premium value, and makes the value of the house go up, and it creates a new market value, so you need to pay that difference. But the already living residents get like a discount. They don't have to pay like the actual gap. They don't need to pay the actual market value. They only need to pay like a discounted price. Yeah. I'm not very knowledgeable about it either, but that's how it works. You definitely get a wife then, since you have an apartment. In like, I don't know, like as I said, this is going on forever. My mom's very like, she's not counting on it, and she says this is probably going to drag on for like 10 more years at least, because of these like legal conflicts and stuff. There's just too many parties involved in this. There's just too many people greedy and hungry for a bite. So yeah. I love your mom. She sounds like a sweet person. Why not get a house in the countryside? My dad wants to do that too. But the plan is, once the house gets into like demolition and reconstruction phase, then they need to relocate for like a temporary place, right? So my dad wants to go to like a countryside with his doggos. Like he has 10 dogs and stuff. So yeah, he wants to do that countryside life, and then come back when it's all built and enjoy like the ocean view and all that. So yeah, and even at 4 million USD, those apartments will be sold out. They always do, which is crazy since the annual salary in Korea out of college is like 30-40K. Yeah. Keep my grandson from paying taxes on my Jeep. Sold it to him for $1. Is that? Yeah, I don't know how tax laws work there, but yeah. Don't sell. Inheritance tax is crazy. Who can afford it? Exactly. That's why a lot of people don't like the left-leaning government. Yeah. Because usually when the right side or the conservative side comes in, they are always pro on cutting the inheritance tax, because their logic is inheritance tax essentially is double taxing. Because like, if you think about the logic, you live your life, you have income tax, you have property tax, you have car tax, you have whatever, insurance and blah, 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 national pension. You pay all of that during your lifetime. Those are all taxes. And then the logic is, why do you have to pay another tax when you die? Like, when you've already paid all your taxes and accumulated that money. So the conservative side argues that it doesn't make sense. That's double tax. But the left side says, oh, it's the reallocation of wealth. You know, the richer is only getting richer, and that's just, it's getting to an absurd point, which I also agree to some extent. So the rich people don't need that much money, so we need to do like 50% taxes on their property, and that needs to get redistributed to the lower class, and like we need more welfare in the society, and it's basically redistribution and allocation of wealth through inheritance tax. So there's always like a debate back and forth between the parties and between the people. When the economy is bad, like people don't like inheritance taxes. When it's booming and Samsung's like making tons of money and all that, they want inheritance taxes and all that. But then they don't know that it cripples the company and makes the company like leave the country, and there's no jobs left and all that. And yeah, so is it healthy to live there for your parents? My mom says it's not. She really wants to move to another place because she says like she's just tired of all the mold and all the ants and all that and the humidity and stuff. But yeah, it's a no-win situation for everyone. Right, I would agree with Mom. Who knows how much longer they would have to wait and if it'll be worth it in the end. Exactly. Yeah, so it's a very, very tricky situation. I side with Mama Bear. Devs feel for Dad and must feel like all the hard work being undone almost, but would be a nice to taste a bit of modern, comfy life living while being there. Yeah, that's sad. Actually, your mom has a good point. If you walk with 4 million USD, you could buy a nice place. It's not 4 million USD right now. Right now, it's only at like 1.5 mil or something. So even with that, you could get like one of the best places in Busan. So the Marine City apartments I've shown you, those are like 2 to 3 mil right now. And the estimated price of the newly built one is 4 million. Yeah. You can sell the property and pay off the tax that way. So, yeah, the whole point is not to sell the property. You want to live in that house, so that would not apply, if I understood you right. Yeah, you can understand both sides. Difficult decision, exactly. Yeah. I don't know which side I side on. Like, you know, it's my parents' decision at the end. I don't have any ownership over it. I'm not entitled. So I'm just going to think that that's not an option for me. I'm just going to work my way and accumulate my own wealth, hopefully. And if it works out in some miraculous way, then it's good for me. But for the time being, I'm not very optimistic on it either. So, yeah. If your mom waits, she's gonna be too old to enjoy her new place. Yeah, that's what she's saying, right? And this could drag on forever. Sell now. Jeanette, yes, you can win the gift card. Yes, get it. Go get it. They are right. The rich people, the inheritance tax is made for find loopholes to avoid it. Yeah. Yeah. That's the anthem for New Zealand. Rich is getting richer while poor are getting poorer. Hope our PM ain't listening. He might introduce inheritance tax. He want to tax everything except him in this party. What's the property tax and maintenance fees on a 1.5 mil apartment in MIC? It's like 4 to 5k USD. What? Oh, property tax? I don't know. I don't pay. I don't know. But maintenance fees? It's not that much. It's like $400 per month or something. An apartment in Seoul is at least 1 mil if you want a decent one. The decent ones are 1 mil. If you go to like the ones near in the good areas, it starts with 2 mil, and then the ones in like Gangnam or like where BTS lives, it would be over 3 to 4 mil. Yeah. Yep, my grandpa lives in one of the best apartments, and his is at, I think, 4 mil right now. Yeah, no, he split his apartment into 2, and he already gave it to my dad's sister. So, like, it's a smaller capacity. So I think it's gonna be like technically 2 mil each. Yeah. So his apartment, he squatted on his apartment for 30 years too. It was in the Pampo area, right next to Gangnam, and Pampo is one of the richest areas in Korea. It's right next to Hannam and stuff. And he lived in a very rundown apartment for 30 years too. It recently got reconstructed, and he had the choice of choosing like a big ass apartment that was equivalent to his old apartment, the same amount of space, or splitting it into 2, because this newly built apartment, they wanted more residents, so they split the spaces into 2. So he chose 2, and he gave one to my dad's sister already. So yeah, life everywhere is hard, but in SK everywhere it's hard. I can't imagine what it's like in London or New York. I probably think it's worse over there. Yeah. Granddaddy actually not living well because money isn't everything, because it's very tragic. The day it got newly built, I was even there too. We all went to celebrate. We did our own rituals because my granddaddy's like a very old-fashioned person. He did like some traditional rituals and stuff. Even though we're Christian, we stood just beside him and respected his own beliefs. And yeah, so we visited there, and then it was a cold day. It was during the winter, and we were all celebrating and congratulating him, like, oh, congratulations so much, you made it this far, like you should be so proud of yourself, because he's a vet. He fought in the Korean War, and he climbed up the military, and then he got discharged, and he set up his own company, and it's a cleaning company, so he maintains like cleaning and all that for big buildings in Gangnam, because he knew someone from the military that also like acquired buildings in Gangnam, and so because of those connections. So, anyways, he accumulated his money, and he bought like a very modest apartment in Pampo back then, like 50 years ago. And he just lived there. He just lived a very decent life there. But then, like, the real estate property boom, the bubble just kept on going and going. So my grandpa's actual like net worth income, what do you say, like cash, wouldn't be that much. But because of his property, he just sit there for like 30 years, and that's what happened. And yeah, we were all celebrating and such, and we were celebrating, congratulating my aunt as well, because she was the one, she deserves that apartment because she was the one that was actually taking care of my grandfather and grandma up to this day. And she definitely deserves it, because like taking care of your grandparents full time, some would say it's a duty of a child, but when my father is living in Busan and my parents are living in Busan, they're not actually taking care of my grandparents. And the first brother, he's actually kind of cut ties with our family. Like every family has its shadows, and like it was the sister, my aunt's sole duty to take care of the parents. So my grandfather was like, you owned it. And yeah, she definitely deserved it, so she got it. And she lives alone too, so I feel like she needs some more recognition in that. And we were all celebrating anyways, back to the point, and it was like a very cold day, and because it's a new house, like the heating and whatever, it works, but then the moving workers were moving all the halls and like the luggage and stuff. They opened the whole doors because we need to like ventilate the new apartment and stuff. So we were all wearing jackets, and we were just like sitting on like these wooden chairs and stuff. And yeah, my grandma, unfortunately, right after the day all the moving was done, she suddenly got like a stroke, and she fell to the ground. And then after that, she's been in a coma ever since. And that is just very, very tragic. It just like hit me in a really different way, and I just realized like money isn't really everything. So yeah, it's just so ironic and so like tragic, because it's the same scenario for my grandma and grandfather too. Like they've squatted in their very rundown apartment, even if they didn't have like an alternative choice. Maybe they squatted in their apartments for 30 years, and then they finally went into like the most expensive apartment of Korea, and a day after, my grandma just gets into a coma, and she's in a vegetative state right now, and there's a caretaker 24/7 at the house. And yeah, it's just very sad. My grandfather's health has deteriorated ever since, because he's got that mental hit too, and he's now over, like, he's now 92, I think. So yeah, when my mom saw that, it hit her really hard too, and she's like, what use is it if you have an expensive house if you're not going to be like young, you're not going to be like healthy, and you're going to be super old, and you have the risk of like that stroke or whatever. So it's very tragic. It just gives you like a life lesson and stuff, and it's very hard for us. Yeah, spilling the family tea. I don't think this is like any exclusive information. It's just our family, and my information is out there anyways. I think I've told this story before. So yeah, our family has a lot of patience, right? Smart man. I read on average it's about 500,000 won per month for rent in Seoul. Nope, it is not. It is, maybe that's outdated, but in USD I would say it's at least 700 USD for a decent one-room apartment rent. and then you would have to have down payment of at least 10,000, 10k, at least 10 to 20k. Yeah. Anna lives in apartment, which is probably like 800 USD per month, or like even more, in Gangnam. It's a one-room apartment. You've seen her apartment tour, right? I think she even made a video about it, about the rent and stuff. She has down payment too, key money. Yeah. Yeah, her life dedicated my aunt, taking care of her parents. She's still doing it, and she definitely earned that apartment because like it's right next to my grandparents' home right now. So she goes back and forth. She doesn't have a job. She's retired. She used to be one of the star Japanese teachers in Gangnam. She used to teach at a very big academy. If you go to Gangnam Station right now, it's still there. There's a very big academy called Pagoda, and it's like one of the biggest language academies. She was one of the star teachers over there for a long time, but she retired after she had some bumps in her life, and ever since she's been taking care of my grandparents as a full-time job, and also looking after the company work for my grandpa as well. So yeah, it's so sad. I know, like how life can be. It's so cruel, you know. Are adult children responsible for their parents? Are parents responsible for their adult children regardless of their wealth? It's a very hard question. Yeah, that's tragic, you know. Yeah, my nephews tell me to spend my money and enjoy life. Now I see why your mother wants to move. Yeah. I agree with your mom. If you sell now, you can still buy a nice modern place and they can live comfortably in their older age. Yeah. I feel kind of bad on the side because I know that my mom's sole motive of still like squatting on that place is me. And she wants to leave something like really good for me, and I do think she senses that like if she holds on for more, like with inflation, and if the bubble doesn't pop, like it's probably gonna be worth like a lot. But yeah, I always tell her just do whatever you want to do, and I have no say in it. Like it would be wrong for me to say anything like about that. It's nothing like opening up or anything. This is just like I like to share my life with other people and stuff, and it's accumulating advice and your perspective as well. Yeah. Do most young people get loans or borrow money for these 10k deposits? Yes. Well, a lot of people. Well, in the case of Anna or myself, like we're 30 now, so it would be weird if we didn't have 10 to 20k in our bank account at least. You know, you have to have at least that much as a safety net. No offense if you haven't. Some people make bad financial decisions. Some people just don't have like the opportunities until then. But I guess we were lucky enough. And by average, I would say like a 30-year-old person would have at least 10 to 20k in their bank account saved. So that usually goes as the key money. And then we keep on working, and then we pay the rent, and that's just the average life of a Korean person. Yeah. Yes, you are late. We're about to end. I really need to go now because it's 5:30 in the morning. I would love living in Busan. Nightlife is wild there. I heard the food is fresh. I wouldn't club, but I like lively places. I want to live in Busan too. If only the jobs and the infrastructure and networks here in Seoul were in Busan, I would live there too. But the sad thing is everything is just centered in Seoul. Literally everything. So Busan is actually the fastest declining population in terms of youth in Korea. It's ironically the second biggest city. It's the second capital of Korea. It's the only city that survived the Korean War. all all the other areas were eaten up by North Korea and China. Busan was the last fortress, and then the UN and the US Navy intersected in the Incheon harbor, and then they pushed down, and then they pushed out the commies in North Korea. So Busan was the only standing place left. So that's why if you go to Busan, it didn't get hit by like missiles and like tanks. So the road is still very bumpy, and some of the infrastructure is very old. It's very mountainy and hilly. Busan means like mountain. So, but still, it has the beach, it has mountains, it's nice people, and it's very chill. It's the second biggest city. It has very nice places like good department stores and leisures. So if it only weren't for job opportunities and stuff, I would definitely live in Busan. So as a freelancer, I could definitely live there now, but still I'm geographically tied to Seoul because like everything, all the meetings, all the opportunities, all the businesses are located here. All my friends are here. All the podcast appearances I can get are located in Seoul. Nobody's in Busan. The only content creator I know from Busan, like I have a big pool of content creators I know, would be Adi. Her name's Adrian. Adrian Hill. Search her on YouTube. She lives in Busan. But other than her, I know nobody who lives in Busan as a content creator. Yeah. Okay, guys. I gotta go now. It's 5:30. And gotta get some sleep and prepare for the new week. Doesn't feel like a new week because I've been working. Yes, I have been talking about the issues and conflict my family is having with the current apartment they're in. Yes. I've heard many stories of people who have saved their whole lives to finally retire, and they have less than 2 years to enjoy their wealth. It's such a hard decision. I know, right? So hard. I'm an only child. Yes. Do landlords ever run away or gamble with these big deposits? Is there any protections for that? I'd be afraid of that. You are spot on, Steven. I definitely think you have a keen eye because this is the biggest problem in Korea right now. I don't know why it wasn't a problem until now, but in the recent years, at least the span of 1 or 2 years, there have been over 2,000 cases of these landlords running away with this money. And it's called 전세 사기. 전세 is the policy of the big down payment that is very specific to Korea. Big key money. And within the 2 years, there have been so many fraud cases and runaway cases that the government has now made a 전세 사기 law. They have, and they've made like a protection, a protection or organization that protects the tenants and residents by law. So it's like kind of an insurance system. And basically what this organization does is chase down these individuals, these landlords, and like freeze all their assets and like confiscate them and give it back to like the tenants and stuff. But in a lot of cases, these landlords are just very sleek, so they've already cashed out everything and they've fled overseas, or they've converted everything into crypto, and they've fled. So many people have become victims of these 전세 사기, and even my ex-girlfriend is a victim of it. But fortunately, she already had that insurance with the organization. It's called HUG, HUG. We call it HUG. I don't know what it stands for. This is the site. English. Korea Housing and Urban Guarantee Corporation. Whatever that is. Overview. Make your home secure, make your city livable. Yeah. But it's become a huge problem right now, and people literally lose all their life savings because of this. It's such a horrible issue, and now there are government policies and videos and educations about like how to avoid these kind of situations. Like there are certain registrations you have to do now, and certain like the landlords now need to verify their bank accounts and their debt and all of their statuses, like their legal statuses as well when you're doing like, you know, transactions between residents and landlords and stuff. So it's become very tricky to acquire or buy a house or anything in that matter. But it's a huge problem. Yeah. We have small women's size for Roka t-shirts. Unfortunately, we only have the sizes that are on Piroso, but from what I know, they're free size, so you can wear it like in a very boxy fit. Yeah. Get some sleep. Yeah, I need to get some rest now. Do a Chuseok live. I'll try to. Hope you had fun with me today, and go apply for the Amazon $15 giveaway. You'll probably get the gift code. What do you call it? My brain is not functioning now anymore. Let me see how many people applied and end the stream. Oh, okay. Well, I will tell you this. I will tell you this much, since still a lot of people are watching. Still 200, 300 people are still watching. If you apply now, you have a 100% chance of winning that $15. I guarantee you. We're not even close to 50. You guys are lazy after all. I'm giving you $15 for free and you're not applying for this. I guess you're saving it for after the stream, but please do apply. Yeah, because save my face too for the client. I want to prove my influence. Yeah. We're giving out 50 gift cards for free, but we're still at this number. It's embarrassing. Well, get your $15 for free right now. Like, I'm not even lying. I don't want to reveal the number because it's kind of embarrassing, but yeah. Okay. One last thing. Chunse needs to be abolished for real. Well, there are a lot of pros of Chunse too. Like, the house I'm living in right now is Chunse too, with my money there too, but I've made my, like, secure, measures. So, I'm safe, but because I live in Chunse, I don't have to burn my money with rent. Like, of course there's inflation if you consider that, but it's better than burning your money off of rent, right? You don't have to pay rent for years and years. So, like, imagine I'm living in a place like Anna right now, like $800 per month, minus the opportunity cost for the 10K, 20K Chunse. If you consider the interest rate for that, I guess the interest rate for my Chunse is, like, also very big too, but still, like, you're not burning literal cash out of your account. So $800 a month, that would be $9,600 per year. That's 10K per year. 20K in 2 years. So, yeah, I think Chunse has its pros for sure. You applied. Okay, great. So go check out the pinned comment if you want $15 for free. I assure you right now, if you apply, you will get it 100%. Just click on the link in the pinned comment of the live chat or the description box below, and it's pretty much self-explanatory. You need to just visit the site, get a screenshot, upload it on the survey, type in your email. That's it. Okay, guys. What? You tried the link and it doesn't support Android phones? What? What? That is crazy. That's crazy. I guess it works on my iPhone though. It says use Safari. Gather mobile web for iOS is not supported in this browser. Please use Safari. So I copied the link and put it in Safari. And it works in Safari. So is there a notice for Android users? If there is, try a different browser. I don't know if you're using Chrome or I don't know what was the Android internet, if it's just the Internet Explorer or something. But yeah, if you have the time, log into your just use your PC. It's gonna be for a week anyway, so you have plenty time. Yeah, even now, only 2 more people applied, so oh my god, this is pretty embarrassing. Yeah, so just take 1 minute to get that $15 on Amazon. Okay? Make sure to like and subscribe. And check out Patreon, guys, please. $5, you get 10 K-pop reactions per month. And also an early access to my content. If you are at the $10 tier, which is the best, you get everything above. And you get exclusive podcasts where I talk about business and more of my personal life like this. Yeah, I do think I opened up a lot about like my personal life, but it is what it is, and I got a lot of advice from you guys as well. So yeah, I wouldn't have shared anything that's like too touchy or confidential in my standards. I see a lot of technical difficulties, but I can't. I don't know how to solve it, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Try to figure out a way, use PC or whatever when you have the time. But okay. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody. See ya. Have a good day. Check out Piroso.